Hello again, it's me Jared from the Asset Valuations group. Today we're going to talk about the measure of earnings. What are the measure of earnings? The measure of earnings consists of four things: PEBIT, PEBITDA, EBIT and EBITDA. In today's video we're going to discuss what they are and how they're used. What is PEBIT? Well, PEBIT stands for Proprietor's Earnings Before Interest Tax. How do you use PEBIT? You use PEBIT by adding back the proprietor's earnings, the interest and the tax. When would you use PEBIT? Well, a great example of when to use PEBIT is if you're valuing a small consultancy firm or a recruitment firm with a single owner. What is PEBITDA? Well, PEBITDA firstly stands for Proprietor's Earnings Before Interest, Tax, Depreciation, Amortization. How do you use PEBITDA? Well, you use PEBITDA by adding back your proprietor's earnings, your interest, your tax, your depreciation, amortization. When would you use PEBITDA? Well, a great example of when to use PEBITDA would be if you're valuing a small trucking business with a single owner operator. What is EBITDA? Well, EBITDA, like PEBIT in PEBITDA, stands for Earnings Before Interest, Tax, Depreciation, Amortization. How do you use EBITDA? Well, unlike PEBIT and PEBITDA, you firstly do not add back the proprietor's earnings, but you add back the interest, the tax, the depreciation and amortization. When do you use EBITDA? Well, that's a good question. If you're valuing a company with a large fleet of assets, because it's depreciation heavy, that is how you know when to use EBITDA. What is EBIT? Well, firstly, EBIT stands for Earnings Before Interest Tax. How would you use EBIT? Well, unlike EBITDA or even PEBITDA, you don't add back proprietor's earnings and you don't add back depreciation and amortization. When would you use EBIT? A great example of when to use EBIT is if you're valuing a medium-sized law firm in Brisbane City. Thank you everyone for listening today. We'll be doing more of these videos over the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned and please follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and even Spotify these days with the Valuers Corner. Thank you.